13.
Chapter 13.
Verse of the day. Let's start with that. But to all who did receive him, who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God.
And that is John chapter 1, verse 12. Chapter 13. The same day went Jesus out of the house and sat by the seaside. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood upon a shore. Because it's like Jesus is just like chilling. Like he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break. So he goes and he sits by the seashore. He's like, what a beautiful day. The sea mist coming in and just enjoying himself. And then all these people show up. He's like, oh, break's over, back to work.
He's all annoyed at people.
He is. He's like, oh,
no,
fine. No, I'm
like
just
the
joking.
confidence it takes. I don't know if Jesus was like a confident person in general, but the confidence it takes for somebody to stand on top of a boat, you have to have a lot of courage to even stand up in front of thousands of people or even hundreds of people and talk.
Yeah.
And I felt like, I know he's human/God, but still, like the human part of him, you don't think he was nervous? You don't think he was like, he had emotions. He had rage, he had joy, he had sadness. Like he didn't have like fear. You know what I mean? He did have fear. So talking in front of a lot of people, that's pretty crazy.
Verse 3. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, and some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear.
So for number 4, I have here on the side. On number 4, I put, the devil will come and snatch away the seeds that were planted. So technically the devil is the fowls, you know what I mean, to devour. Because they fall by the wayside, like they don't really ground.
They don't, so something can take them away.
So something can just take them. And then for number 5, I put, if they have no roots, they only last for a short time.
For a short time, that's right.
For 7, so I put, worry about life too much and making it unfruitful.
And I love verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath. Therefore speak to them in parables, because they seeing see not. Speak I?
Speak I to them.
Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing, and I can't get over the seeing see. Okay, wait. And hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
Even if, I like what you have here.
Even if they are seeing, they do not see. Even if they are hearing, they do not hear.
Or understand.
So it's like wasted. So I'm not going to tell you straight up something because you're still not going to get it. So I might as well talk in parables because that's how we communicate.
They learn.
And
it's
we
like
learn.
You have to meet people where they are. You have to like teach them in a way they're going to learn. You know what I mean?
Jesus was like, you guys are all stupid. But he still loves us. I'm not trying to throw shade on Jesus.
I think the point of it is that he knows how to talk to us.
Yeah, there you go.
Jesus knows how to speak to us, and he knows whether we can or can't understand or handle something. So it's not like he's gonna like give you instructions that don't make sense, because if he does, then that means he doesn't. Then it's just like, okay, he's not gonna get it. But he knows how to talk to you.
Don't read my stuff.
Why not?
Because it's like my little thing.
Oh, apologies.
With Jesus.
Sorry, I didn't.
I'm writing the diary about you.
I know that's what it's like.
He sucks. I'm just kidding. Verse 14. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, with said, which says, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their hearts, and should be converted, and I should heal them.
Verse 16, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. So he's like telling them basically how fortunate they are. They're like, not only are you able to understand what I'm saying, but there's so many people who have wanted to hear and see these things, and you get to see and hear them.
I heard a TikTok today that said, not prophets, but there's people who know the Bible from beginning to end, and they still don't understand, like who Jesus is, and like his love, and how he cares, and who like his soul, who he is. You know what I mean? And us that we're believers in Jesus, and we don't need to know the why it happens, how it happens, or any of those things. Like, we're way closer to them than the people who study the entire Bible from beginning to end. And like, we don't have to know every single scripture, and we don't have to know every single word to understand who Jesus is.
Yeah.
And I like that.
It's good. And it also kind of like you can know it here, but you have to know it here.
Yeah.
Like the ears to hear and the eyes to see. That's spiritual. And people can read this and not get it, and they're just like, oh, okay, and they don't respond to it. But if you read it and respond to it, it's like that's you having ears to hear.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Verse 18. Hear ye, hear ye. It's the parable of the sower. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. So the one he just spoke on. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one, and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. Cállate. And catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Oh.
This is he which receives seed by the wayside. Verse 20. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it.
What's a non?
I don't know.
Okay.
Verse 21. Yet he hath not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. Like, he receives it, and he's like, yay, but then like something serious comes along, and he's like, oh. He's like, I'm out. Verse 22. He that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this word and the deceitfulness of riches choke the world, and he becometh unfruitful. Verse 23. Verse 23. But he that received seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some 100-fold, some 60, some 30.
I like which also beareth fruit, which also bears fruit in 100-fold, some 600-fold, some 300-fold. Like, so it's not just you that's being fed by God when you're rooted into him.
That's
but
right.
It's also the people around you.
It's saying that not only are you going to understand what's going on, you're going to also bear this fruit that others can enjoy and
benefit from.
Almost like a faith without works.
Faith without works
is dead. That's in a later book.
Okay. It's in another Bible.
It's in the other one.
It's in the other Bible.
The one we don't speak of.
Really?
No, it's in the book of James.
10 to page 20. Or what is it?
220. To page 300. Yeah, we can do it.
Okay. Here's another story Jesus told. The kingdom of heaven is like a farmer who planted good seed in his field. Okay, but you could have just said that, bro.
He did. It's not his fault that 1,500 English people came and used this language.
But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, among the wheat, and went his way. So they sowed weeds.
Like weeds, yeah.
Yeah. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So when the blade means
The blade, like the stalk.
the stalk. Okay. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares?
It's a good question.
I don't even know what the questions were, bro.
So somebody came in and be like, hey, that's good seed, right? Why is all of these weeds and stuff growing up?
He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? Oh, he was like,
You want us to go get them?
oh, wait, no, not the weeds, right? Or the people.
I don't know. Can you read it? I want to know because that's a good question. 28.
The farmers were 28. An enemy has done this. Should we put out the weeds? They asked. No, he replied. You'll uproot the wheat if you do. Let both grow together until the harvest. Then I will tell the harvesters to sort out the weeds, tie them into bundles and burn them, and to put the wheat in the barn.
A good seed was planted, like the word of God was planted, but somebody came in and planted a bunch of junk along with it to distract from the good stuff. And then both came up together. The workers go in there and be like, hey, what's all this stuff in here? And they're like, do you want us to remove the things? He said, no, because if you start removing these, you're going to also remove the good ones.
Yeah.
He said, so when it's time to harvest, I'm going to take it all and then we're just going to separate the good from the bad.
Yeah. Okay. Good summary.
Us here on earth, there's the ones who have Jesus and the ones who don't. So we don't go just trying to remove everybody who doesn't have Jesus because yeah, pretty much. So what he's saying is like, he's going to deal with it. All right, the mustard seed in 11, verse 31.
Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field. Which indeed is the least of all seeds. But when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof.
So it's tiny. It's a tiny little seed that doesn't seem like much. It doesn't seem like there's a lot to it. But when it grows, it becomes this very important and the best tree.
33. Another parable spake he unto them. So he spoke unto them. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took, and hid in 3 measures of meal, till the whole was leavened.
The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven. So even if you put a little bit here and there, it's going to take over. It's going to grow.
A little goes
a long way.
A long way.
I like that.
And these things spake Jesus unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake he not unto them. What?
It's saying Jesus only spoke in parables to the crowd. He didn't say anything else.
That it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world. Ooh.
He has such good parables.
He does. He's really smart.
Well, yeah.
Jesus is smart.
Then Jesus sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. Can you explain it, bro?
I know. He's like, one of the disciples.
So you said that I was supposed to know these things, but I'm going to be honest, I got questions.
Like, can you explain the parable? Because I don't get it. That would be me, bro.
And you would feel bad because he's like, you know these things. And we're like, no, I don't. I don't know it.
We are. Mm-hmm. We are like the disciples. We're like, I don't get it.
Verse 37. And he answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seeds is the Son of Man. 38. The field is the world, and the good seeds are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. Verse 39, the enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels.
So the farmer is Jesus. He plants us all, you know? It's Jesus. The field is the world. The weeds are the children of the wicked one. So people who don't believe in Jesus.
Wicked.
The seeds are the children of the kingdom of heaven, which are the ones who believe in Jesus.
That's right.
The enemy is the devil, and he's the one that's planting the weeds, you know? The harvest is the end of the world. And the reapers are the angels. The reapers are the ones who are going to come and like the workers
Yeah.
that are going to come and
Pick it up.
separate, take them out. You know what I mean?
There we go.
There you go.
Good explanation. Verse 40. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Verse 43. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. Jesus is coming back. The harvest is going to happen, and the wicked and the righteous through him are going to be separated. You want to be the wheat, not the tare. Repeat it with me. You want to be the wheat, not the tare.
Not the tare.
You do not want to be
do not
cast
wanna be
into
cast
a
into
furnace of fire where there will be wailing and
gnashing
of teeth.
of teeth. The righteous are not the people that we think are righteous. The righteous that say, oh, I'm so righteous. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
they're not really righteous. Like the ones who know Jesus deep down and have a relationship with Jesus, those are the righteous. You don't have to know, you don't have to know the Bible from beginning to end. You don't have to know every scripture verse. You don't have to know each of these parables. And if you don't understand one or two parables, that's okay. That doesn't mean that you don't love Jesus. That doesn't mean that you don't belong in the kingdom of heaven. That doesn't mean that you are one of these, what? Weeds? Tares. 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in the field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. So he found a treasure and he hid some of it, but then he went to go buy a field.
No, he didn't sell the treasure. The treasure is in a different field. So what he's doing is he found out there's a treasure in a field. So he's not going to tell anybody. That's what it means by he hideth. He's not telling anybody. And then he's going to go and sell all of his stuff so he can afford to buy the field so he can have the treasure.
Verse 45. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant on the lookout for choice pearls. When he discovered a pearl of great value, he sold everything he owned and bought it. Oh, so it's so valuable
that you have
to, that's the only thing that you should.
You'll give up everything.
You're
going to give up everything
you
have just to get this thing because the treasure is so valuable.
Got it.
That's exactly what he's saying. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind, which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Bro, here we go again.
Why are they
But this is important because he's telling people, if you're not saved, then it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's bad. It's bad. That's what he's saying. And he's saying it again. And he's using very descriptive words to describe what's going to happen.
I think he's just trying to warn everybody.
He's trying to warn everybody.
Guys,
hear my word. Hear it, take it, receive it.
Take it, Joey. Just
take it. In verse 51, Jesus said unto them, have ye understood all of these things? They say unto him, yea, Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said, yeah.
When you start going into wailing and gnashing of teeth, I got it. Verse 52. Then he said unto them, therefore every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which bringeth forth out the treasure, things new and old. I look at it as all like he's talking about like a teacher's religious law. So at this point, they're living under the Moses law, right? And he's saying whoever is a religious teacher who can become a student is going to they're going to have their stuff that they had, the good part of the law, the righteous part, but they're also going to have like new truths from me because they're a student. Verse 53, and it came to pass that when Jesus had finished these parables, he departed thence. And when he was come into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished and said, whence hath this man this wisdom and these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren James and Joseph, and Simon and Judas, and his sisters, are they not at all with us? Whence then hath this man all these things? And they were offended in him. But Jesus said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. And he did not many mighty works there because of their unbelief.
Okay, so we're about to say the things that we liked about the chapter. So like our favorite parts. Like the treasure and the goodly pearl. I like that. That's my favorite part out of the... You want to share your favorite part?
That was my favorite part.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
Yes. It was that's why I like...
You're such a liar.
No, I swear, and I'll tell you why. It's because they literally gave up everything. He literally gave up everything.
Yeah.
For this one thing because it was more valuable than anything he ever owned.
Ever. That's like the kingdom of heaven. Like if you want to get to know Jesus, then you have to put away everything that's wrong with you.
You got to give up everything. You got to lay everything down.
Say what you said last time about like the sculpture.
Ooh, so I was listening to Christian radio, and there was an artist on there, and he said something that really inspired me was they interviewed Michelangelo who did the David statue.
The person who did the...
Yeah, Michelangelo, I think who it was. And they asked him, like, how did you know by looking at this hunk of marble what was David? And he said, I just removed everything that wasn't David. You know, oftentimes it's not about the things you need to add, right? You don't need to add all of these things to you. Sometimes you just need to take away the stuff that doesn't belong there.
To follow Jesus?
Yeah, to follow Jesus, because who you are is enough. He may add stuff to you, but at the end of the day, all you got to do is just remove the stuff that isn't you. He created you to be who you are. So you have to remove everything that's not truly you.
I need to be this to be better for Jesus, and I need to be this and this and this and this. But sometimes it's just like Jesus is telling you, no, bro. Like, I made you unique and special in your own way, so just be you. That's it. You don't need to add any more to what you are. Just take away the things that aren't good for you. Well, that was chapter 13.
That's a good chapter. All the parables.
There was a lot of parables. He talks to us in ways we understand. Because if he did it in the way that he wants to, we would be like, what? I don't get it. Even the parables, I'm like, what?
You know, we talked about last week how it always ends on like a positive note. This is like a chapter that didn't end on a positive note. It didn't.
Because tonight will be the night that I will
fall for you
over
again. Don't make me change my mind. I won't live to see another day. I swear it's true. Because a girl like you's impossible to find. You're impossible to find. Say goodbye to the people, Catchies.
Bye, people. I'll see you next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.